So Quinn Snyder is gone, and we have talked about this, but let's talk about all the trades and rumors that are going on with the Utah Jazz, as I have made an offseason predictions video, but that video can now be thrown in the trash because this was a month basically before Quinn Snyder was fired. Let me hear your thoughts down below. The Jazz will not trade Donovan Mitchell unless they get basically a Brooklyn Nets trade, which I'm referring to the Brooklyn Nets trade for Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, where they literally, as of right now, the roster has a lot of questions, but multiple teams have called the Jazz to inquire about the trade availability of Mitchell, only to be given a firm no. The Jazz have made it clear they intend to build a roster around Mitchell, and they have made it clear solely Mitchell, which means Rudy Gobert is on the way out. The only thing that could possibly provide Mitchell from the Jazz at this point is a monstrous offer, and they simply don't have the intention of trading him. I assume it would have to be so many first-round picks you have to say, we have to trade him. Now, Rudy Gobert and Bojan Bogdanovic are going to be gone. So nearly everybody else, including Rudy Gobert, Bojan Bogdanovic, have been already garnering a lot of trade interest. And the crazy part is if you look at it, okay, I look at this and you're thinking, who's going to take on Rudy Gobert? Because Rudy Gobert is going to be traded like Kristaps Porzingis. So Kristaps Porzingis in a second-round pick was traded for Davis Bertans and Spencer Dinwiddie. That's the trade that the Jazz are going to get. I don't know why I blanked on that. But basically, the Jazz aren't going to go get a first-round pick. I say right now, the best trade I can conjure up in my mind right now sitting here, Rudy Gobert and a second-round pick for Gordon Hayward. Maybe throw Gordon Hayward and one of the young guys on the roster, like McDaniels. But I know they like McDaniels. Maybe Nick Richards, but his contract's expiring. So I really think it would be Gordon Hayward for Rudy Gobert straight up. I think that might be the best deal you can get from him. Unless you look at a team like the Raptors. But the Raptors aren't going to trade Pascal or OG Anunoby. I just don't think anybody's going to really want to pay too much for Rudy Gobert. Like, he'll have a lot of interest, but everyone's going to be like, we aren't going to give you a first-round pick or an all-star for Rudy. We'll give you a borderline all-star. Bojan Bogdanovic, his contract should be easy, and I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Now, the Jazz are likely going to be super aggressive in the trade market. Like, also, I think Adrian Griffin is a name to watch in the Jazz coaching search. He was a finalist in the search that ultimately landed Snyder. Either way, the NBA draft is 2 weeks away, and the beginning of free agency is a little under a month away. The Jazz are entering the primary season for crafting their roster, and whoever they hire, they'll certainly want to construct a roster that fits their hire. And right now, the roster has a lot of questions without a lot of answers, and league sources have said, like I said, Mitchell is not going anywhere. But nearly everyone else, Rudy Gobert and Bojan Bogdanovic to be specifically, Mike Conley has been rumored in there as well. I wouldn't be surprised, Jordan Clarkson, but I think Jordan Clarkson stays. You just always want a six-man. And look, the Jazz could make multiple trades involving high-level names on the roster. They could simply bring back bulk of the roster. A lot of it depends on what offers in the market. And the Jazz thinks whatever the Jazz think is best for them. I mean, Danny Ainge is one of the most reluctant traders of all time. One of the most reluctant traders of all time. I have work so soon, and I'm not excited to go to work at all. But yeah. Now, when I look at this roster, the Utah Jazz, I really think moving Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley. I mean, you could keep Mike Conley and trade Bojan. I think those two moves need to be done. I think Juan Hernan Gomez's contract isn't guaranteed to cut him because you could literally bring him back for cheaper. You either bring back Hassan Whiteside or you decline the team option on Udoka Azubuike. I hope they keep Udoka Azubuike, but all my Jazz fans have said Udoka Azubuike's a bust. Eric Pascal was cool. Daniel House was cool. Eric Pascal, I know he had some bad games, but he had some good games. They never played Jared Butler. We need to play Trent Forrest too. Jared Butler needs to play. Okay. I like Royce O'Neal. I think he's like the perfect power forward in the modern NBA. He follows the same lineup. PJ Tucker and, who am I blanking on? PJ Tucker and Jay Crowder. I just think that's like a perfect fit right there. And so, yeah, that's basically it, guys. I think, I don't know what else we would talk about right here. It's been a long day, and I know there's like a lot. I do not want Terry Stotts to be the coach here. I either want Johnny Bryant, Jensen, or Will Hardy if they're going to go young. If they're going to go an older guy, please, please go Adrian Griffin. I honestly am going for Adrian Griffin if I had to choose. That's the video. Bye.